So we are here in the Scottish wildcat enclosure together with the ESB keeper of the species, David Barclay, and he's also the cat conservation officer at the Royal Zoological Society of Scotland, which is our partner organisation in Scotland. So we're here today with our fabulous Scottish wildcats, and I thought, David, could you please tell us a bit about the species?
Yeah, well, we've had wildcats in Scotland since the land bridge with Europe disconnected, and over the last few centuries the populations nosedive from thousands of animals down to the most recent population of estimation of between 114 and 315 animals. Mm-hmm. But the one big problem with the species in Scotland is hybridisation. And also for a long time, some people felt it was a separate subspecies, but we know that it's really just a unique population of your European wildcat. So it's really on the edge of extinction, and having more partners like Nordens Ark, along with ourselves, working with Scottish Wildcat Action, the main conservation project, is fantastic.
So what are you doing for the cat in the wild?
So over the last few years, as part of Scottish Wildcat Action, which is really the delivery project of the Scottish Wildcat Conservation Action Plan, we've been carrying out a lot of research in the field to really try and find out how many are left. So we've been looking at key priority areas within Scotland, we've been working with landowners, we've been reducing threats. And one of our role, and certainly since we took over the management of the captive population, is to look at the captive population as a potential recovery tool for future reintroductions. And as I say, we've got the cats here in Sweden. It's great for education, but also it's another enclosure space. It's a chance to use some unique husbandry techniques which we could use further down the line. So there's a lot of work going on, but unfortunately the picture's quite bleak. But the good news is we have options to really secure the population for the future.
Fantastic. So we recently got this species. We got it in the spring 2017, and as you can see, they're amazing. The individuals we have are absolutely amazing and really stunning. What are the characteristics of them, would you say? How would you see, if you see a Scottish wildcat, what is a Scottish wildcat?
Well, I mean, one thing you're often going to see, if you're ever fortunate enough to see a wildcat in Scotland or a wildcat in Europe, is your bushy black ringtail probably darting into a bush. So you're probably not going to see the whole animal, but they do have unique features. They've got a lot of unique markings which we can see in this individual, but really it's that black ringed bushy tail with the blunt end that's really the signature mark of wildcats. But as I say, there's so few in Scotland now that few people will have that privilege, and really we have to ask the question, like you did, what is a wildcat? So we have to look at the cat phenotypically. What does a cat look like? What's its markings? But then, if we really want to conserve that unique population, we have to look at it genetically as well. So we're looking at many different aspects of the cats, and it does get complicated and complex. But really, thankfully, although there's not many in the wild, we have a very good captive population, and we've tested them all genetically, so we have that option to use for future reintroductions.
Okay, so that was a bit of an update about the Scottish wildcat. We're very glad to have you here and to be able to tell you more about the cats. If people want to know more, is there a site or they can learn more about species, except coming to Nordens Ark, of course.
Yeah, you could come here, and I would always advise anyone to come to Nordens Ark. It's a fantastic day out. But Scottish Wildcat Action is a project name, so you can find that at scottishwildcataction.org. You can find them on Facebook and Twitter. You on the Nordens Ark website, you'll see information about the RZSS and our partnership, and through that you'll get to wildcats. But yeah, I mean, anywhere you can find information within Europe or more specifically within Scotland, then keep up with it. But pop in for regular updates here at Nordens Ark and see these fantastic cats.
Definitely. Okay. Thank you, David.
You're welcome.